Okay, so I'm going to try and break this up into several parts. Um, that way you can skip ahead if you don't want to hear this part of it, or you know what I mean? Like right now, the first part, I think I'm going to talk about my healthy lifestyle journey because I haven't talked about that in a while. And that was the whole reason I even started my channel was, to document my healthy lifestyle changes and all that. And I've kind of let that go on the back burner while I talk about all this other stuff. So, for those of you that have been curious, um, I do the carnivore diet. I've been doing it for about 6 months now. I lost, I think I said 56 pounds, and I healed from a whole array of ailments, like unbelievable stuff, mainly all over inflammation, really bad pain, sleeplessness, digestive issues, skin issues, depression. Just there's so many things. I should have written it down before I started talking, but I don't do that. You know me. But anyway, yeah, the carnivore diet is a healing diet more than it is a weight loss diet. But if you have excess weight to lose, that's part of your healing. You'll lose weight too, but it's slower. It's not like other diets where that's the main focus is just on losing the weight. It's not like that with carnivore diet, and it's kind of weird how it works. You know, your body becomes fat adapted at some point, and that's when you start losing the weight. Well, I've had issues with that. I did lose weight, like I said, 56 pounds, right? I still have 40 something to go. And it's been months. I initially lost the weight, a bunch of it, and I thought, wow, I was one of the lucky ones because I've heard of several people that haven't. Some people, it takes months and months before they start losing weight. And I thought, oh, I'm so fortunate. Even though I lost it slow, I was losing like 1.5 to 2 pounds a week, and I thought I was disappointed with that. But overall, I lost inches, and if you see my before and after pictures, I'll put them up here so you can see the difference. It's not really before and after; it's more like before and in between. I haven't reached the after yet. I'm still working on that, but it's I don't know. I don't know what's going on, to be honest with you. I'm afraid to quit. I don't want to quit doing carnivore because I feel so good. I've got my health back, but I'm really disappointed with the weight loss thing. It's not happening, and summer's around the corner. I thought for sure I would have lost it all by now, and I don't know. I've tweaked it. I've readjusted because I go through periods where I'm just not eating hardly anything because you get burned out. You do because it's such a slim, there's only so many foods you can eat, and you just get bored with it. And I find myself eating less and less, and your body goes into starvation mode. I was eating like 600 to 800 calories, and I just didn't want to eat. So then I would up my calories and my fat, and then the weight would start to come off again. But then I just go back to hardly eating again. It's hard. It's hard to eat when you're not hungry and you're bored with what you're eating, and that's where I'm at most of the time. It's like I don't even want to eat. I don't, I mean, until I'm absolutely starving. And for some reason, the weight is just trickling off just so slow. It's like, I was gonna do once a month weigh in, but I lost a pound in a month. And I know the scales are still going down, but a pound? Come on. When I've got 40 something to lose, that's just not cutting it. So, I mean, I don't want any advice. I'm not asking for any advice because you guys all give me advice, and I've listened to you guys and I followed it, and I do appreciate it. I don't mean to sound like I don't appreciate it. But I get all different. One person's going to tell me this and another person's going to tell me this, and it's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. I can't do it all, but I need to figure out what's wrong and make the changes. I've already decided to start eating more vegetables because it did help me eat again because I was just eating meat and it was like, oh, it's so boring. But and I don't want to hear your thoughts on carnivore. If you don't like it, that's fine. It's not for everybody. Some people do. Some people think it's the only diet, and I don't know. Maybe they're right. I'm not like that. I'm not preachy at all. I believe that everybody should do what they think is best for them. And if you feel good and you're losing weight, and that's all I ask. That's all I want for you. So you keep doing whatever it is you're doing. But so far for me, out of all the diets I've tried in my lifetime, and I've had lap band surgery, the carnivore diet has been the best one I've ever followed. It's helped me give up sugar and processed carbs, and it's helped me heal. It has been truly amazing, and it's been the easiest. I'm just having a problem losing the rest of the weight, and I just need to figure out why. I just don't understand it. I go walking for 30 minutes a day. Plus, I'm an active person. And no, I'm not going to do a regular exercise routine. I'm not there. It would be drudgery and torture, and I would stop it. So I know that I'm hoping to get to that point. I hope that once I lose more weight, I'll feel like doing that. But right now I don't, and I won't. I'm 63. I know I won't. So don't tell me to do it, because I won't. I've joined every gym and for years, and we've had exercise equipment, and I never used it. So somebody telling me that I just need to exercise more it's not going to change anything. I'm not going to do it. I just know me, you know. And I'm doing all the exercise I can do right now, and that's the walking, which I actually enjoy that. So and like I said, I very seldom and sit around unless I'm making videos, or now that I'm doing Uber, I'm sitting in my car, which that's a bummer. I need to, it's not a very active job, but I do it like 2 to 3 hours a night. So I got to figure out something, but that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at with carnivore. How long did I talk on that subject? But otherwise, I think it's great. Like I said, I feel good. Everything else is wonderful. It's just the weight loss aspect. It's not happening, and I just don't know what to do. I've got to figure out something, because I'm not just going to keep doing this and stay fat. There's no point. If it's not going to help me lose the rest of the weight, then, but see, that's just it. I'm not going to go back to eating sugars and carbs, because then I'll just feel like crap and be fat. At least I feel good, but I've got to figure out what it's going to take me to lose weight. And I don't believe in Ozempic or any of those. I would never do it in a million years. So yeah, don't, and I know I have friends that have tried it and they're doing great on it. That's a personal thing. And like I said, I don't tell anybody how they should live their lives or what they should do. And unless they ask for suggestions, I would never offer advice. And so that's why I'm telling you guys, I'm not asking for any suggestions. I'm just letting you know where I'm at this point. So I'll figure it out. I'll figure something out. And if I don't, I don't. But I'm hoping I do. Um, so yeah, there's that. But I do, like I said, I do still believe in it as far as a healing diet. I definitely do. So if you're doing it and you're healing, I'm happy for you, because I've never had the healing with any other diet. Okay, so there's that. Now I want to talk about the job situation. Okay, so as most of you know, or maybe you don't if you're new here, currently I'm doing Uber Eats, just the delivery. I'm not driving people yet. I am thinking about that. But I grocery shop and I deliver food. And I also do YouTube, which is just recently started being profitable. As of January, I've been making money doing YouTube, and I have a day job. I do art therapy with autistic adults, and I've also started the Connect with Me, which is a consultation thing. I give out a phone number, and people can call me and talk for however long they want to talk. It's $1.99 a minute. We can just chit chat if you just need somebody to listen to you, or if you're interested in hearing about, how to get started on YouTube, or anything to do with herbs and holistic medicine, that kind of thing, or even the carnivore diet. I'll Whatever you want to talk about, it's your dime. And I'm going to be doing that only on Mondays. I'll give out the phone number right here. So if you're interested, you can call me. And I'll be doing that on Monday mornings from between 10 and 1. So yeah, feel free to give me a call. And so yeah, I basically have 4 streams of income right now. Why? Well, that's a long story. And I'm 63. Obviously, a lot of people are like, why aren't you just retired and collecting Social Security? Well, I don't want to collect Social Security until I can collect the max. And I know a lot of people are like, you're crazy. They could run out by then and you know, it doesn't matter. I need the maximum monthly amount. I'm going to need that, the highest amount I can get each month, because that and our savings is all we will have. So if I get it now, start drawing it now, it's going to be way less per month, and we won't be able to survive on it. And people are like, "Well, save it." I'm not in saving mode right now. Right now, I'm in working mode. And if I was to get Social Security right now, you can only make 22,000, I think, a year more above that, and they start deducting it. Well, I need to make more than that, and I am. So I can't afford to take it right now. And the reason why, and I've explained this in my most popular video, the one that's got the most views, we were prepared to retire. We have our home. We were both going to get Social Security. We had a nice savings. And then we had a series of unfortunate events unfold, and one thing after another. This was like 8 years ago. And our savings took a big hit. And so now we're at a point where we can't afford to, not with the economy, things just got progressively worse. And so we just feel it'd be wiser to replenish that and put as much as we can into savings while we're both um, healthy enough to continue working. And hopefully in the next couple of years, I will be able to retire, but not right now. And that's okay, because I'm healthy and strong, and I feel like I can work. So this is the time to do it, because anything could happen. Things could change tomorrow, and I wouldn't be able to. So I need to take advantage of this time and make money while I can. I want to make money to pay down my debts. I still have a few debts left. I want to pay those off completely. I want to be able to put some money in the bank, and I want to have money to live. Have fun. You know what I mean? I don't want to just survive in my old age. I want to thrive, and it takes money. And I need to make as much money as I can between now and the time I stop working. So that's why I'm working so hard right now, because people are like, why do you do so many jobs? And the same with doing Uber. People keep saying you should do this, you should do that. I have tried almost everything. I have put out so many resumes. I have filled out so many applications. I have, you name it, I've done it. People are like, you should do this, you should do that, you should do this. There's things that I don't want to do and I don't need to do. Because I'm doing okay with these other jobs. So why would I quit these jobs that I like and they're making money to go do jobs that I don't want to do? You know what I mean? Because people are like, oh, maybe you could do this. And it's like, no, that I don't want to do that. That's not what I want to do. And so I'm fortunate because I do have jobs that I'm doing now that they're paying and I enjoy them. So until I get to the point where they're not paying well or I don't enjoy them, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. I don't need to make a change. But a lot of people have watched some of my older videos and they're like, oh, and they give me suggestions, which I totally appreciate. I know they're just being kind, but until they've watched ahead and they realize, oh, she's got jobs, she's doing okay. She doesn't need to do that. So because I get that daily. I get, new comments on old videos where they're like, oh, they just seen that I had lost my job. And so they're giving me advice on jobs that I should do. And they're, a lot of them are just jobs that I would never even consider doing. Not because I think I'm too good. It's got nothing to do with that. It's just, I do have physical limitations. I am getting older. There's some things that I just don't think I would be capable of, like working in a warehouse. Um, Being a caregiver. I was a caregiver for 7 years for my sister who was mentally and physically challenged, and she had dementia. And that was a labor of love. She was my sister. I loved taking care of her, but I don't think I could do that for anybody else, because she was like an infant. She was bedridden. So, I had to do a lot for her. I don't think I could do that for anybody else. That's a hard job. My heart goes out to caregivers. They're a special breed of people, and they only pay them minimum wage, which is absolutely ridiculous for what they have to deal with. But yeah, so I couldn't do that. Same with babysitting. I've babysat for years, and I've helped with my grandkids, and I loved every minute of it because they're my grandkids. But I don't have the energy to take care of little kids anymore, you know. And I still do help out with my grandkids, but as far as babysitting, yeah, I don't think it wouldn't be fair to them. I wouldn't be a good babysitter. You need somebody that's young and active and can chase after you, and that's not me anymore. So I can't do that. So actually, you know, driving around, you know, picking up food and dropping it off, that's the job for me. And like I said, it's been paying really well. So I'm gonna stick with that for now. We'll see what happens. I'm lucky I'm in California and it seems to be still real popular out here. Plus I live in kind of a retirement community where a lot of these older folks they don't drive anymore. So they are more than happy to pay somebody to go pick up their food or pick up their groceries. Because I thought, you know, maybe that's going to be a dying thing, especially after the lockdown. People won't need to do it anymore. Nope, they're still doing it. There's a lot of us up here working it. When I go to pick up orders, there's 10 other people holding their phones up, you know, DoorDash, Uber, we're all picking up orders. So it's still going very strong out here in California. So yeah, um, I'm very fortunate. I'm super grateful to be doing what I do because like I said, I love all the jobs that I'm doing. They're all, you know, great and they're paying. So what more could I ask for, right? No, they're not prestigious. I can't brag about it, but you know, I don't care right now at this point. I just want the money. I'm not doing it for the bragging rights. Wow, I'm getting up there pretty fast, you guys. Maybe I will cut it short because I could talk for half an hour. But yeah, it's Saturday night. I should be out there, but I worked on the guest room all day today, and I did laundry, and I changed bedding and vacuum. You know, I'm tired, and I thought, you know what? I think I'm going to take tonight off and do some self care. I need a pedicure really bad, and maybe I'll deep condition my hair, give myself a facial, and I'll go out tomorrow. I was originally going to take tomorrow off. I thought that would be a good day to take off, but I'm gonna stay in tonight, and it's kind of hard because it's addicting to do the Uber thing. It really is. It's so easy to just jump in your car and turn your phone on because I don't know. There's something about it. It's exciting when you hear the chimes when an order comes across. It makes this noise, and it's like in my head, it's like cha-ching, you know, because I know it's gonna pay. So yeah, I'm having second thoughts. I really should go out there, but no, I'm going to stay in tonight. I'll go out tomorrow, and I've got to make a schedule. I told you guys I've got to make a set schedule because I know I've got, you know, 3 days a week on my daytime job. I pick up my grandkids 4 days a week, and then I want to do Uber at least 4 nights a week, and then the connect with me on Mondays. So I got to sit down and write it all out. I'm just not a scheduled person. I kind of wait and see how I feel because it changes from day to day because of, you know, being sick for so many years, and I am better, but I still have periods where I don't feel as good, and I need to, you know, lay low on those days. But I feel 100 times better than I did a year and a half ago when I was really, really sick. I'm way beyond that. So I'm totally grateful. But anyway, can you see him sleeping back there? He's got to be wherever I am. And whether, you know, he's sleeping next to me or just, you know, sitting in my lap, he's like a baby. I just love him. Okay, well, we're getting up there almost 20 minutes. I'm going to let you guys go. I hope you appreciated this. For those of you that made it to the end, let me know so I know if, you know, enough of you really do like these. Otherwise, I'll try and keep them shorter. But it was nice. It was nice getting to talk and not have to cut myself off. Thanks for listening. I appreciate it. And I will see you in the next video.